every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel is already here, is already real.
There is no one out there. There is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside of yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity.
One power, one presence, one light to lead the way. All loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray.
When the world looks darkest and your eyes can see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one, we are unity.
Good morning, my dear Unity friends. Welcome to our online Sunday service. My name is Jana, and I am your hostess this morning. Thank you for honoring the call of being with us. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. And happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is also called the Feast of Saint Valentine, which celebrates love and affection. Its origination comes from honoring two Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. The Feast of Saint Valentine was established in AD 496 to honor Saint Valentine of Rome, who died on February 14th. They became associated with romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries. The legend has it that the imprisoned Saint Valentine sent a letter to the jailer's daughter, signing it with the name Valentine. Thus, we send Valentine's cards. Whatever you do today, I hope you have a wonderful day filled with love for everyone around you. Let's take a moment to acknowledge who and what we represent at Unity of Ventura. We are a radiating center of spiritual well-being. We are known for our incredible music team, for our fabulous guest speakers and their outstanding messages, and of course, for our loving and welcoming fellowship. We practice the Unity principles as expressed through our co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. Our mission is to provide a loving and accepting environment that inspires personal and spiritual growth in our daily lives. We happily welcome all people. We welcome people of all backgrounds, all upbringings, all ways of thinking, all philosophies, all faiths, all races, religions, creeds. We welcome everyone. And this is why we are called unity. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, know that we are here to support you. So let's take this experience of unity and oneness deeper into our consciousness as we move into a time of prayer. Sweet Spirit, we take a moment to align ourselves with your presence, your power, your activity in our lives. We center our thoughts and feelings into our heart space as we open the door to the light of your unconditional love. Your love fills every cell of our being as we rest into our inner sanctuary. We are blessed in knowing that all is well in this time and in this place. We are grateful for this time together to love one another. We bless each other and the world around us. We pledge to uplift and spiritually support each other. For this and for all of our blessings, we say thank you, sweet Spirit. Thank you. So it is. Amen. So this is the time in our service where we say, come together to say the daily word. The daily word is spoken throughout the world with millions of readers. Today's word from today, February 14th, is heart expression. Our affirmation is, you are dear to me. I hold you in my heart. Sharing love is a wonderful way of discovering and responding to the divinity alive in every heart, binding us as a human family. My loving nature helps me see the best in every person whose life has touched mine. Today I remember one of the legends of St. Valentine, in which he fashioned pieces of parchment into hearts, which he gave to others. He gave them as a token of his compassion and of God's love. Today the tradition continues when I say, you are dear to me, and I hold you in my heart, with a card, with a gift, or with a simple act of kindness. I share love with no expectation of reciprocation, and my heart welcomes every expression of love from others. Love's energy grows through both giving and receiving. Today's passage was inspired by John chapter 13, verse 34, which says, I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. Today's words are heart expression. The affirmation is, you are dear to me. I hold you in my heart. So it is, and so we let this be. Amen and amen.
Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
Morning sun coming through the trees, the green leaves shimmer in the summer breeze, the songbirds singing to the honeybees, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. After the dazzle of day is done, the moon makes love to the setting sun. The stars come twinkling one by one, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We sleep in dreams, both deep and bright, sailing through the velvet night, refreshing the soul to the spirit's delight, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
continue now with the statement of truth. I will speak it once, and then together we will speak this truth from the very consciousness of our beings. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God, the good. Together now, there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God, the good. And now we will prepare for a time of meditation. Please close your eyes. Take a few cleansing breaths. With each breath, feel your body becoming lighter, calmer, and more at ease. As you center yourself and align yourself into this moment, move into your place of peace. Become one with the one. Relax and let go of everything but being present in this present moment, in this time, right here, right now. Bring your awareness down into the very core of your being and breathe gently into this space. As you continue with the breath, see the very smallest spark of light, a flickering, if you will, about the size of a candle flame. This is the divine filling you with unconditional love. Now see this light beginning to illuminate throughout your entire body. Every cell, every muscle, every tissue, every bone, every artery, every open space in your body is being illumined with the light of divine's unconditional love. Feel this divine love blessing you as it washes in and through you. Allow this love to expand and flow out from your crown chakra. See this golden, loving light completely fill the atmosphere now with your unconditional love as you rest now into the stillness, into the silence. See now this entire universe filled with the divine light of unconditional love, touching each heart, each being. It is now time to bring your awareness back into this place, feeling refreshed, renewed, and at one with the indwelling spirit, knowing that love abides right here, right now. For this we say thank you, sweet spirit. Thank you. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen and amen. It is now time to introduce our guest speaker for today. Reverend Carol is a multifaceted New Thought minister who taps into her metaphysical roots daily as she works in a hospice ministry as well as with her music. She is speaking today on courting the divine. Please help me in welcoming back Reverend Carol Lotz.
Good morning, Unity. Happy Valentine's Day. What a joy it is to be present with you on this day of love and hearts and notes and chocolate and roses. So I'd like to start today to first of all wish you a very happy Valentine's Day and a happy Sunday, and to begin with the legendary synopsis of Saint Valentine. So Saint Valentine was he lived during the time of the Romans persecuting Christians, and he happened to be a Christian. And he was sentenced to death, tried as a heretic, and he was thrown in jail. Well, while he was in jail, he befriended the guard, and the guard really appreciated his depth and wisdom. So he would learn from him every single day, and as the friendship continued and became more and more enriched, he brought his 7-year-old daughter to share in the wisdom of Valentine. And so Valentine would teach her important lessons, and she became so close to him, and as he mentored her in life. And then one day she said to him, "Do you think that I will ever be cured of my blindness?" She couldn't see. And he said, "With love in your heart and belief in God, I think it might just happen." And a flash of light occurred. And sure enough, she was able to see. And soon after that, she went to see Valentine one day, and he was gone. That was the morning that he was executed. And she found this note that he left for her. And it was a beautiful love note. And it said something to the effect of, "I love you, and I will always be near you. And look to your heart to find me. Love, your Valentine." And that's how Valentine's came to be an exchange of love. And could you imagine how hard it would be to grieve the loss of her mentor and her friend if he didn't leave her that love note? How special those words must have been. And I know from being a chaplain how important it is to express love, especially in those last days, last hours, last minutes. And to express love like that is so important. I had a young mother who lost her husband ask me to please write down the last things he said to me. And they were so important to her. So I'm going to kind of build a love letter for her from him by the things that he said to me about his wife that he loves so much. Words are so powerful. They're so beautiful. They go right to our heart. And that's what Valentine's Day is all about. From your Valentine. And I was with another patient at bedside, and she said to me, "Can we please pray before you leave today?" And I said, "Absolutely." So we closed our eyes and we opened our hearts and we prayed. And she spoke the words first. And I was struck at her words because they were like a love letter to God. She said things like, "Dear God, you are so wonderful. You are so special. I love you so much." And it was like she was talking to her beloved partner, which really isn't God that for each of us? And so I thought that would be a perfect story to share at Valentine's Day, because how beautiful would it be if everyone wrote a Valentine to God, or ourselves as God? Somehow we can really go missing in our own stories, in our own love stories, and it's all about the other person coming to us or how they make us feel. But we are the most important people in our own love story. And that the more we open up, the more we can receive. And so this sweet lady, the way she talked to God really spoke to my heart. And so I came home and wrote a letter to God and thought, you know what? There have been times where I have been in relationships, and I'll ask you, have you ever been in a relationship where you were loved so completely by the other person and so much so that you could fall asleep to their love, or you could take it for granted, or you could not have it present how precious it is every minute of every day? I certainly have. And, to be distracted and to be, pursuing other things and not giving the relationship the intention that it deserves, or the intention to deepen or to grow. To maybe not call back as often, or to kind of blow them off, so to speak. And clearly, those relationships, one is into it more than the other one is. And I wonder sometimes if that one that is so devoted and giving all of its time and attention to this love relationship is God. God with me, God with you, God with everyone. That God is that loving divine that loves perfectly, because they exist in perfect bliss, perfect love. It's us who struggle with that, but yeah, I can't imagine God struggling with love. No, I don't think so. And so what is our work to do? Our work is acceptance. Our work in courting the divine is to give it the loving attention that a loving partner gives. I so admire people of deep faith, and I so admire some of the nuns who are married to Jesus, and they wear a wedding ring, and they're devoted constantly. I think that would be way more matching to what God gives than me in the world doing busy life, even as a minister. I think I became a minister so I could feel close to God and remember that is the truth. Because it's so easy to forget and to look away and to be, pursuing other important things. We have a lot going on in this life. We are raising children. We're working full time. We just don't have it to devote the way God does, just loving us, just pouring love to us and through us. I was with another patient in my work in palliative care, and he is someone with a very painful past, and he has made equally painful decisions in his life, being in and out of jail and so on. And in talking to him, I was also amazed because he would say things like, I helped somebody, I helped somebody live. And he said that he was describing to me that he was giving the Heimlich maneuver, removal, that's what it's for, to save somebody's life. And he said, that wasn't me, that was God. And I said, yeah. And God wasn't just entering at that moment. God is always present. God is the love story that we are all seeking. In A Course in Miracles, it says that love is the only thing that's real. And absolutely everything is either love or a call for love. And a call for love is what I see a lot in my work as a palliative care chaplain. And when this person described himself as experiencing God in that moment, I couldn't help but to think, God is experienced in every moment, and his life and his unhealed pain is definitely a call to love. And so I sat at his bedside and I told him how worthy he was of love and how worthy he was of healing the past. And that he had a lot to do with how his life is unfolding and that he can recreate. He has creative license every day to wake up to a new thought, to a new idea, to a new experience, to a new attraction, to an intention. And he listened intently, and I think there was something reached in him that made him realize that he was worthy of love, everyone is, and that God wasn't to blame. So many people blame God. It's like all their faith goes out the window as soon as something unwanted occurs. Oh, there can't be a God. Well, that's a little bit of faith in what could be the strongest foundation of everything for us. And he was very hurt by love, as many people are. And that's when he turned away from God. And when his best friend died, he turned away from God again. I said, what if God didn't do that? What if God just loves you? What if his choices did that, or circumstances around that? Maybe there's a soul contract that understands, that we all are here in our own time, in our own way, and we all will open the door and go through it to go back home when it's right for us. And my proof that God only loves is when good people die. So many people take that as a punishment, or how could God do that? How could God take them? But that's not how I see it at all. I see it as opportunities for love, definitely a call to love. Because there's such goodness. It can't be a matter of you are bad, you're going to die, and you are good, you get to stay. It doesn't make sense to me like that at all. So what if God was just one big box of chocolate love for all of us? And we can just take a taste and put it back of one that we don't like? We can devour the whole thing. We can pick nuts and chews. We can pick creamy. We can pick anything that we want in this box of chocolate that is called life. But the challenge is to see love through it all, to know love through it all, to have love call us to greater love through everything that we go through. It is so powerful to me to sit at the bedside of people who know what it's like to give back, who know how to reach the depths through their own pain where they can think of others, where they can be kind, where they can reach out in ways that make everyone else who is stressed out feel happy. There's patients like that. And I'm so touched by the people who I sit with who want me to not only pray for them, but to pray for everyone in the hospital, or to pray for whoever isn't feeling well today. When I ask people, what would you like prayer for? And that's their response. I am always so touched by their ability to see beyond and have empathy beyond their own devastating circumstances many times. And to keep their hearts open to love, to keep their hearts open to other people, to keep their hearts open after there's reasons to close it. Somehow the choice is to remain open to love, to remain open to God, and to remain open to what love has in store. I remember sitting at the bedside of someone who hurt many people one time, and he said, I killed many people. And my heart sank, and I was just, oh my goodness, wow. And he said, I was so closed, and I was so dead inside. The only time I ever felt anything is when I was hurting somebody else. And I said, I understand that, and I'm so sorry for whatever happened along the way to close you down so much. I'm sure your life was not easy. I said, I wish that you would have healed your pain instead of reacted from it. And that's something that we can all do. We can all look at those painful things within us, and we can literally step outside of ourselves, look at us, and say, there's that pain again. I am going to heal that pain, and I am going to look at it rather than react from it. And then I give the power to the healing rather than the power to the pain. Because there is so much unhealed pain that I believe it contributes to people acting out in harmful ways towards others and hurting themselves and even getting sick. That darkness needs somewhere to go. It settles inside and lies in us, just begging to be healed. And it's definitely a call to love. Definitely a call to love. It's either love or a call to love. Whatever doesn't look loving is a call to love. So if we were to be giving all of our attention and all of our love to our new love interest this Valentine's Day, you know that feeling of you can't stop thinking about them. You get the butterflies. You want to call, but you're not sure. And every time the phone rings, you jump thinking it's them. And you're just lit up from the inside out with champagne bubbles and hearts and tingly feelings of, I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Can't wait to see what happens here. I know for all of us, that's how pure love feels about us. And if we can take those beginning feelings of falling in love and have the behaviors that support that, imagine the love letters that we can write to God. Imagine the love letters that we can write to ourselves. Imagine the love letters that we would open up to receiving after setting the stage for that kind of feeling. Because God is our ultimate partner. God is who we are one with. God is who we are with before here, after here, during here. So if we could all wake up those new love feelings and give our attention to God. That means to pray. Pray as if it was a love letter to the divine, as if you were courting the divine, as if you could only know love through the divine and experience love through the divine. And know how important you are in the life of someone else, enough to write them a letter. Because I cannot imagine what this young girl would have gone through without the letter from her Valentine saying, I miss you, I love you, you're so special to me, and the invisible part of me will be present with you always. What a beautiful thing to know, what a healing way to go through loss, knowing that someone loves you that much, and that's the final gift that you have of someone that you love, is their written words of love to you. I know that God writes me love letters every single day. As I look at the sky, or I meditate to birds singing, or I open a book of love from someone brilliant that I learned from, who mentors me. There's so much joy in life, so much to look forward to, so much to be open to. So I invite you to start courting the divine. Start dating God by loving yourself, by paying attention, by opening up to a greater idea of what love is as a call to love, and to be in the awe and wonder of what it provides. We don't have to live in fear. We can live in love. And that's my choice. That's my conscious choice every day, is to live in love. So imagine God's love letter to you. What would it say today? And then imagine or write yours back. And then enjoy the feeling like no other, when your oneness with God has nothing in between, not even a thought of separation in between you and God. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And let love guide you today. Let love open you today. Let love love you today. And so it is. Amen.
Too many brothers falling, too many mothers cry, too many prayers that bounce back from the sky. Too much talk and too much cheat, too many fathers losing sleep, too many broken hearts we can't make right. We need love, love, love. We got to fight for love, love, love. We got a right to love, love, love. It's the only thing there just ain't enough of, there just ain't enough of.
Too many bridges burning, too many battle lines, too many wounded dreamers left behind. Oh, too much time spent building walls. What we found worth what we lost. Too many pages that we can't rewrite. We need love, love, love. We've gotta fight for love, love, love. We've got a right to love, love, love. It's the only thing there just ain't enough of. There just ain't enough of. All we need is a little love. All we need is a little love.
We need love, love, love.
Is a little love.
Once again, thank you, Smitty and Julia and the entire musical team. We are blessed beyond belief by your musical ministry to us. And thank you, Reverend Carol, for the lesson on courting the divine. This is the time in our service where we practice the spiritual law of circulation and we offer our gifts to Unity of Ventura. As we give, we contribute to the very success of this church home. There are many ways to donate. You can go online to unityofventura.org and push the bright orange donate button. You can mail a check or money order to the church mailbox, or you can use your bank pay to send a donation. Whichever way you choose to donate, just know how much you are appreciated. We are very grateful. Holding the vision of prosperity and abundance, I invite you to place your gift close to your heart. And together, let us bless these gifts with the following offering. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I receive. Sweet Spirit, we bless these offerings, every check, every coin, every bill, knowing that they are being used in the will and the work of God through this ministry. We bless each giver, knowing that they are giving from a place of kindness and generosity. We know that each giver is being richly blessed in magical and wondrous ways. We thank them for the sharing of their prosperity, and we see it returning to them 1,000-fold. We simply say, thank you, sweet Spirit. Thank you. Amen. Well, folks, I certainly hope that you feel as spiritually fed as I do. It truly is good to be part of this community, to be practicing the daily principles in our daily lives. Thanks again to Reverend Carol for the wonderful lesson today. We so appreciate you. Thanks again to our entire music team. Thanks to Smitty for putting our service together this week, and to Sherry for gathering us together online. And especially thanks to each one of you for your presence with us today. We are Unity of Ventura because of you. So thank you. Remember to stay right here after service today and join us in the spiritual salon for some fun conversation. It's really good to spend time talking and laughing with the spiritual family after service. It sets the tone for the week, just for an outstanding week. So please stay and join us. There are a few announcements before we close the service. The first announcement is just a reminder that our prayer team is here to pray with you one-on-one whenever you need it. If you're feeling in spiritual need of one-on-one prayer, please contact either the phone number, the church phone number, or send a note into the website. I will make sure that a prayer minister gets to you just as soon as possible. And remember, it is their delight to be of service to this community. Secondly, today is the last day of the Food Share Drive, and I can tell you right now that this community has done an outstanding job. I want to personally thank each person for stepping up and supporting the Food Share Drive with us. You don't know What a commitment you're making to help stop hunger in this very community. Sherry will let you know exactly how much money we have raised in the weekly newsletter this coming Wednesday. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is now time to conclude our service with the singing of the peace song and the reciting of the prayer for protection. Until next week, namaste.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous love. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.